Members of the city of Joplin meet with Water Gardens to discuss addressing homelessness and poverty in the city. I'm Zach Dodge with the story.
U.S. Senator Roy Blunt visits frontline workers in Joplin.
The four states' most watched news starts now.
Homelessness is top of mind at a special forum in Joplin. This is KOAM News at 6. Joplin city leaders were invited to Water Gardens today to discuss homelessness in the city and what can be done about it. KOAM's Zach Dodge was there and has how it's an issue that does not have a simple solution.
There's not any sort of a social engineered plan that can be a blueprint to solve the problem.
That's one of the biggest takeaways James Whitford hopes Joplin city leaders will take away from a Thursday afternoon forum.
This is something that a person has to do on their own, and they need the right kind of compassionate support to be at their side as they journey out of poverty.
Homelessness has been an issue in Joplin for years, and right now, the city is taking a specific interest in finding a way to solve it.
There's a desire from the community to address homelessness.
City Manager Nick Edwards explains they wanted to know if there are any policies the city could pursue that might be helpful.
It might be better to be asking, what should we get out of to let the private sector jump in and do a very good job with? Now, there are some things that they can be helpful with. For example, we have a public transportation in our city, right? But the public transportation does not go out onto East 32nd Street where the industrial section is, where there's a lot of employment.
Whitford thinks the city can be more helpful by being more selective with who gets funding.
At least what they could do is make sure that those organizations are measuring outcomes.
Edwards says the city plans to take what they learned and bring Water Gardens and other groups together so everyone can work together to help people in poverty.
Understanding that there's a need for collaboration, especially in the realm of charity, and knowing what charity is needed and when and by whom, and not giving indiscriminately. And so the collaboration is going to make us stronger.
In Joplin, Zach Dodge, KOAM News.
City has a work session scheduled for Monday evening when they plan to further discuss homelessness. Joplin's getting a new apartment complex. Economic Security and O'Reilly Development are teaming up on the $7.3 million project. It'll bring 40 units to an area around South Adele. Officials say the apartments will provide affordable housing options for the citizens of Joplin, in particular veterans with special needs. KOAM's Mike Mahoney is learning more about this project, and he's going to have more details for us tonight at 10. 2 Pierce City, Missouri residents die in a wrong-way crash on I-44. Happened early yesterday morning about a half-mile east of Mount Vernon. 67-year-old David Gaylor and his passenger, 45-year-old Joanne Merritt, were heading east in the westbound lane of I-44 when they hit a box truck head-on. Gaylor and Merritt died at the scene. Nick Kelly joins us now. Weather-wise, turned out to be a pretty nice day, Nick.
Yeah, even after some scattered showers this morning, Dal, those chances thankfully didn't last all day long. We're dry right now on the live scan of the Skywatch Storm Tracker radar network, and nice to see that take place after the storm system that pushed the cold front through yesterday has tried to push in some showers this morning. Again, all that moisture is lifting to the north of us for the most part, while I keep an eye on our next storm system working across the northern Rockies. Our current system, though, still affecting us in a way, especially when it comes to the wind. A strong west wind throughout the day at 10 to 25 miles per hour with gusts pushing close to 40 at times. Not a cool breeze by any means, but we've seen temperatures cooler compared to the past several days, but still not bad with most spots right around 70. A mild start this evening, sure, but we'll fall into the 50s by 10 o'clock, drop into the lower 50s tonight. We're quiet to start tomorrow and the weekend out, Dal, but I'm tracking our next chance for rain coming in soon. We'll break down when here in a bit.
All right, we'll catch you then. Thanks, Nick. An upcoming vaccine clinic will administer the 1-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine in Pittsburgh. It's next Tuesday at the Meadowbrook Mall from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine is approved for use in people age 18 and older. Freeman Health System is accepting applications for a clinic taking place tomorrow. It's from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. For the latest news and resources related to the COVID-19 vaccine, go to our website, koamnewsnow.com/vaccine. On that same page, you'll find a form that you can fill out to send us your questions about COVID-19 and vaccine distribution. Again, that's at koamnewsnow.com /vaccine. Senator Roy Blunt visited Joplin today, meeting with frontline workers at Mercy Hospital. He spoke with hospital officials about vaccine efforts and the impact the pandemic has had on mental and behavioral health. He spoke to us about the importance of receiving a vaccine.
Because we didn't watch those original hundreds of thousands of people in the test for 3 years. We'll be learning those things along the way, but we do know the vaccines are good now. We do know that the 3 approved vaccines, 2 of which take 2 shots and one is a 1-shot vaccine, keep people out of the hospital.
Senator Blunt today also visited Springfield. President Biden today announced measures that he hopes will help curb gun violence in the U.S. That includes directing the Justice Department to create new rules addressing ghost guns, owner-assembled weapons that require no serial number or the typical background check for sales. It's the subject of today's KOAM News Now Instapoll question. We're asking, should build-your-own-gun kits be subject to the same regulations as pre-assembled guns? To participate in the poll, go to KOAMnewsnow.com. Results are updated live, and we're going to check in on them later in this newscast. Still ahead, hundreds of Area 4-H students head to northeastern Oklahoma A&M for the annual Aggie Days. And kindergartners in Joplin are writing in style thanks to a donation. Joplin's Children's Center has a new executive director. If you've been around a while, you probably recognize him. That's former Joplin Police Chief Matt Stewart. He replaced the current director, Vicki Dudley, on May 3rd. Stewart was most recently the victim advocate for the Newton County Prosecutor's Office. Students from all over the area today headed to NEO A&M in Miami for the 69th annual Aggie Days. That's an agricultural contest with a variety of events from speech to livestock judging. Hundreds of students participated. The livestock judging contest will take place tomorrow. Joplin kindergartners are riding in style. Stealth Creative bought Strider bikes for the kids at McKinley Elementary. The bikes, which have no pedals and help teach kids balance, will be used in PE classes.
Essentially, it's an ulterior method to learning how to ride a bike the traditional way. Most people are used to using training wheels, and then you take them off and you let the kids go. With these bikes, you stride. And in theory, once you get used to striding, you can balance, and then we have the actual pedals, and then the kids can take off.
This is the first year the bikes will be used in the PE curriculum. Carl Junction man is $100,000 richer. Joseph Gonzalez matched 4 of 5 white ball numbers as well as the Powerball from the November 2020 drawing, but he just recently turned that ticket in. Gonzalez bought his winning ticket at the Casey's on Briarbrook in Carl Junction. Nick Kelly is up next with his complete forecast, and later Wichita State has ended its mask mandate, but some students are working to bring it back.
Our Thursday may not have started quite as great, but at least as we progress through the afternoon, things markedly improved as we continue to see our stubborn storm system slowly but surely carry on after it brought a cold front through the area yesterday. Behind the front, though, we were still dealing with wraparound moisture, bringing mostly cloudy skies back in last night. And early this morning, as advertised, additional moisture brought in some scattered showers, mainly for the northern parts of the area. But those chances of rain didn't last long. They lifted to the north as we got the afternoon started. Still, I want to keep an eye on the weak disturbance coming out of southern Kansas. Maybe a couple of showers popping up southwest of Wichita. That, if they hold together, that could slide through our southern counties. This is something I'll keep an eye on, but it's pretty safe to say everyone's dry right now on the radar network. As far as the wind goes, this is the other big story with the backside of the storm system. The wind machine cranking into gear throughout the day. A west wind of 10 to 25 miles per hour sustained. And I didn't even touch base on the wind gusts. We have them climbing between 30 to 40 miles per hour, especially as we work through the afternoon hours. Eventually, we're going to see this breeze die down and turn more out of the south to help warm things back up as we get our weekend started tomorrow. Still, even though it's windy outside, can't deny how nice it looks. Partly to mostly sunny skies for sure as we look back toward Joplin. 71 degrees, a west wind to 18 making it actually feel like 71, meant to say gusts near 32. Everyone's sitting mainly in the upper 60s to lower 70s, warmer than normal for this time of the year, but not bad to start the evening out. But eventually we will sink back through the 50s as we head toward 10 o'clock and ultimately down to the lower 50s for most of us later on tonight and into your Friday. Let me take you back to the map. Let me show you where our stubborn storm system is now. The cold front is well to the east of us, but again, it's the stubborn low associated with it, slowly lifting north and east. As that moves on, we have our next cold front working out of the northern Rockies, ready to work in by tomorrow afternoon. That will work in as this upper low near Billings, Montana starts to slide along. Once we get this stubborn upper low on top of us, still giving it a good hint to move on out of here. It gets the hint for tonight, aside from maybe a stray shower in our far southern counties. Most of us, we don't have to worry about anything for tonight. And certainly tomorrow morning, mostly clear skies, lows chilly in the lower 50s. But as soon as that south wind cranks into gear ahead of the approaching cold front, we'll turn warm again for your Friday afternoon, with much of the day staying quiet. 51 in the morning, 72 by noon. Afternoon highs, not bad, back to 78 degrees, but 4 o'clock ahead of the front, more moisture pulls in. We'll watch for scattered strong thunderstorms to fire up as the front rolls through, and they will grow in scale as we continue into the evening. Fortunately, I don't see this being a severe setup. I think that stays mainly to the southeast of the region, and then behind the system, maybe a few straggling showers on Saturday before we look okay overall for the rest of the weekend. As far as additional rain amounts with the next system on the way, over the next 2 days, maybe a quarter of an inch to maybe to an inch of rain. Depends on if we can get those thunderstorms to really let loose with rainfall. Let's say 78 tomorrow, 59 Saturday. Sunday's your pick day of the weekend still. Mostly sunny and nice with highs near 73, but with more rain chances for next week, Dow, and chillier air on the way, we may see highs only near 60 for much of next week.
So we will have to enjoy Sunday. It's going to be the nicest day for a while, it appears.
And we will certainly enjoy it.
Thanks, Nick. Hey, don't forget, you can be the first to know about today's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app, especially important as we move further into spring. Get those severe weather updates sent straight to your phone. It's free. Apple App Store, Google Play Store, KOAM Skywatch weather app. Still ahead, iconic river boats are returning to the waterways in southeast Missouri after being sidelined by the pandemic. Wichita State University will no longer enforce masks, social distancing, and mass gathering limits. The school announced those practices are now strongly encouraged but no longer required. The move is in line with the county's decision to end all local health orders. Some students on campus say they're not happy with the decision. Reporter Ellen Terhune shares their concerns and the actions some are taking.
With spring comes change.
I was really surprised, shocked, and honestly a little upset about it.
But at Wichita State, some students say it's not for the better. As the school announced Friday, it rescinded all mandates requiring masks, social distancing, and mass gathering limits on campus. Some students say they feel it's too soon.
We're really at the tail end of the pandemic, not to mention the semester. It really wouldn't be much of an issue to just continue the mandates.
I still think that we should continue social distancing and wearing masks for people who don't have the vaccine yet.
The university still encourages students and staff to wear masks and practice social distancing, but ended its mandates in line with the county voting to end all COVID-19 health orders last week.
I feel like the university kind of jumped the gun, and I know that there's restriction, like there's not much they can do because of the county and the city, but I wish that, there would have been a little more cautious hesitation from the university, from the city, and from the county.
Some students are taking action, creating a petition asking the city of Wichita to pass a citywide mask mandate.
Completely respect the university. It wants to be in line with our local and state health guidelines and what's being said by experts. But that's why I think that the Wichita City Council passing this mandate is so important, because it will allow the university the authority to pass a mask mandate on our own campus and protect our students.
In 48 hours, Ella Perkins' petition has more than 300 signatures.
We have mandatory attendance in-person classes that immunocompromised students are now going to be first to attend with the knowledge that students are not required to wear masks. And I think that is incredibly concerning.
The students I spoke with on campus Sunday tell me they just hope the university acknowledges their concerns.
I know it's kind of a tough situation to be in, but I hope that they at least try to see what they can do.
Again, Wichita State does strongly encourage students and staff to wear masks and practice social distancing whenever possible. It's also offering the vaccine to students and employees. For the first time in more than a year, a riverboat is stopping along the Cape Girardeau, Missouri riverfront. The pandemic caused the riverboat tourism industry to stay grounded in 2020. As COVID-19 restrictions ease and more people receive vaccinations, tours are set to resume for the upcoming river cruise season. 5 riverboats are scheduled to dock in downtown Cape Girardeau from April through mid-December. Stops from the riverboat tours have a big economic impact on downtown Cape Girardeau. A final check on the weather is next. Take time now to honor a local veteran, Private First Class Lester Roark. The Columbus, Kansas native served in the U.S. Army during World War II. And we are proud to salute Private First Class Lester Roark. He's tonight's 4th state hero. Take a final look at tonight's KOAM News Now Instapoll. We told you earlier, President Biden has taken action today to curb gun violence in the U.S. We're asking, should build your own gun kits be subject to the same regulations as pre-assembled guns? 69% say yes. The other 31% say no, they should not. This poll is now closed. Thanks for participating. Jordan Abbey joins us now with a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14.
Tonight at 9, going to hear about a new apartment complex in Joplin meant to provide more affordable housing options. Plus, a former NFL player is believed to have killed 5 people at a South Carolina home, then killed himself. Also, the latest way you can get paid to watch TV. That and much more coming away tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14.
Jordan, thanks. Now, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's a really expensive Superman comic. The auction house Comic Connect says this item just sold for a record-breaking $3.2 million. Yeah, it's the issue that first introduced Superman to readers back in 1938. Back then, it cost 10 cents. It was unearthed decades later in a stack of movie magazines in mint condition. So in this case, a Man of Steel is worth a bit of gold.
Yes,
$3 million. Can you imagine people going through the attics right now, looking through stacks of old magazines?
Yeah, like there's got to be more out there.
Oh, undoubtedly. A lot of them are probably going to be tossed out with the trash or burned because people don't think to look through them. But yeah, they're probably out there. Weather.
We're generally quiet for this evening, Dow, and everyone watching us right now. We'll stay warm tomorrow with highs near 78. We're quiet to start Friday, but I'll watch for thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and then to Saturday. We'll touch base on no storm chances and the rest of the forecast once again tonight at 10, Dow.
Thanks, Nick, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves and each other.